Funding options: loans, lines of credit, business credit cards, mezzanine finance, a blend of debt and equity, equity/JV. Monetization of financial instruments apply now. CGFS. Creative Global Funding Services arranges senior and sub-debt financing for companies who cannot obtain adequate bank financing. We represent several hundred non-traditional money sources that are specifically geared to fund troubled or growing companies. These are generally funders/finance groups/capital raise firms/non-bank lenders that provide financing to companies who cannot obtain adequate capital to further develop or maintain their business. Client profile: any company or entity that is unable to secure commercial financing through traditional sources, particularly if funding needs are immediate, i.e., developmental stage companies or companies with losses, negative net worth, tax liens, in Chapter 11, personal credit problems of principals, etc. Type of funding provided: revolving credit lines, conventional, bridge financing, factoring, church loans, business startup loans, purchase order financing, asset-based loans, acquisition financing, letter of credit financing, inventory loans, funding for healthcare providers, dip and exit financing, equipment financing, cash flow loans, mezzanine financing, real estate financing, equity participation, loan guarantees, construction loans, film financing, 100% on project financing. Loan range: $1 million and up. Typical transactions range from $1 million to $500 million. Pricing: 4% to 12% per annum on most debt financing transactions, 1% per month and higher on discount factoring, 1% per month and up on PO financing, 3% to 12% APR on real estate transactions. Timeline to close: bridge loans can be completed within 10 days. Most other transactions take approximately 30 to 120 days to fund from the receipt of all compliance. How we work: Creative Global Funding Services represents a few hundred funders/finance groups/capital raise firms and lenders as an international agent or correspondent. We review the particulars of any new funding request by focusing on the borrower's geographic location, loan size, industry type, collateral, if any, mix of collateral, historical cash flows, credit profile, etc. in order to identify funders/finance groups/capital raise firms/lenders and others who can fulfill the specific requirements of the borrower. We send a written synopsis of the transaction to specific funders/finance groups/capital raise firms/lenders, etc. we have identified, and further speak with them to select the most likely candidate who will provide the best overall proposal. Our mandate and obligation is to obtain the best financing transaction available for our client. We do not earn a closing fee unless the client is satisfied and has accepted the financing we have arranged. Creative Global Funding Services fees: we typically earn a success fee at closing of 1% to 3% on the funded amount, determined primarily by the loan size but also by the type of transaction and other factors. Refundable retainer: we require a small retainer that will be credited against our closing fee, but only after the client has received and accepted our funding sources proposal. Those terms will be based on the client's representations made on one of our funding worksheets. The initial work that we perform on any new account is at our expense and involves an internal review and analysis of the transaction, followed by further review with a specific funder/finance group/capital raise firm/lender. The funder/finance group/capital raise firm/lender will be selected on the basis of your industry type, geographic location, loan size, credit profile, type and mix of collateral, etc. The funder/finance group/capital raise firm/lender must express a defined interest in providing a proposal with specific terms,